What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another late night, another epic. We're returning back to the Frankenstein IP, intellectual property. Happens to also be a comedy film. Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein. I do not know much about Abbott and Costello. I've heard of them, and it was quite pleasant to see that they have a line of films with some of the Universal Monster. So Invisible Man, I know it's there, and some others. I'm curious whether this has any bearing on Young Frankenstein. If not, whether it's in the same vein, whether it had any inspiration on that film, any connective tissue. Either way, glad to be checking this film out with everyone. If you've seen it, you know what to do in the comments. Just type away. If you haven't, well, we're going to be watching it together. And without any further delay, let's get into the film, because Captain, we are a go. You're kidding me. Bela Lugosi's in this film, and the Wolfman. That's pretty good continuity, and it's funny. Yeah, I like how it's starting out with animation. Frankenstein knocks on these two coffins. I don't know if it's foreshadowing or if it's just for the fun of it.
Answer that phone. Answer the bell. Answer the phone. Which one do you want me to answer first? Both of them. Both of them. Both of them.
Well, based on their height difference, this is Abbott and Costello from the coffin.
Lady, here's your bag. What are you trying to do? Ruin the lady's baggage? Where is it? This one. Oh, there you are, madam. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I probably gave the wrong one. He didn't even recheck the label.
That classy dish has to pick out a guy like you.
What's wrong with that?
Go look at yourself in the mirror sometime.
Why should I hurt my own feelings?
Go answer the phone.
He is already the self-realization. Quite interesting chemistry and dynamic. If they're going to be as salty as they are to each other throughout the film, it's going to be quite funny.
Hey, you'll have to get your dog away from the phone. I can't hear a word you're saying.
First it was dog, first it was gargling throat, then it was dog.
Guess that combination's enough to scare the pants, shirt right off your back, ain't it?
I don't scare easily.
Well, neither do I, where money's concerned. I got 'em dirt cheap. European agent, picked my name right out of thin air.
How can you even verify if that's the remains? And if they are, no wonder they're worth so much. Go.
Stop him, is he trying to ruin me?
Oh, keep your shirt on. You're insured.
Why would the box be that tall?
Look what you're afraid of. Turn around.
It is a house of horrors, alright, but it's actually quite interesting how they organically had to come to this house being porters and delivery men.
Dracula crest. Dracula's crest. I wonder if Mr. McDougal expects people to think that Dracula's really in there.
This is the perfect combination of characters. One is a cynic, the other one is scared out of his pants lover boy.
Dracula.
It's one thing to have young Frankenstein and sort of actors portraying these characters. One thing to have the actual actors from Dracula portraying their characters in a comedy film.
Now listen, Wilbur. I know there's no such a person as Dracula. You know there's no such a person as Dracula.
But does Dracula know it?
Now listen to me. McDougal will be here any minute with the insurance agent. Now get to work.
Wait till Chick actually finds out that they're real.
He keeps himself alive by drinking the blood.
What a sentence to stop at. By drinking the blood. Full stop.
Now, this is getting to be ridiculous. Well, what? Are you trying to tell me that can will move?
He's lost all voice. It's almost like Dracula was sort of interested only for his introduction.
Count Dracula must return to his coffin before sunrise, where he lies helpless during the day. That's the bunk.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's his bunk.
Come here.
Oh, that's not gonna help if when he opens it, it's empty.
Come over here. Look in there. Now, do you see anything? No. Certainly not. Come on, help me.
How would that be good for Mr. McDougal?
Come on. What's the matter? Come on. Wait a minute. Come on. What's the matter with you? Oh, stop there. Oh, now you did it.
Hey, what are you doing in there with the lights
Wow.
Hey, McDougal.
Well, they are in the house of horror. Interesting how they're tying all of these monsters into one universe. And certainly with Dracula and his telekinesis, his power for telekinesis, and how he would know about Frankenstein.
Come. Follow me.
It's one thing for Frankenstein to know Frankenstein as master, but it's another thing for Dracula to be his master.
Did you hear that? If you don't produce those bodies, I'm going to call the police.
Police?
Police! I can do better than that. Police!
I'll get the other. Wait a minute.
The only witness happens to have been hypnotized.
The new brain I've chosen for the monster is so simple, so pliable. He will obey you like a trained dog.
Good.
Oh, okay, interesting. Let's see which brain they choose now.
I never saw anything like it in my life. Believe me, Chick, when I tell you, I was scared to death. Really, I was. I was really scared, Chick. What's the matter?
Wilbur is a funny character. He completely has the audience on his side, and sort of Chick is a comedic relief to the comedic relief.
I haven't time to explain. I've taken the room across the hall. Here's the key. Lock me in.
Lock you in.
Yes, please, hurry.
Silly, but I'll do it.
Unless they see it for themselves, eye to eye, his transformation, they're just gonna think he's a raging lunatic screwball.
Mr. Talbot. Mr. Talbot.
Oh, lest he actually sees him in person. He witnesses all the monsters. Fate had it that he did not notice him. Unless he returns this orange.
I'm quite sure I can persuade the chubby little fellow to lead me right to them. Naturally, I couldn't persuade him very well in jail.
Wilbur, please. I've had nightmares all night long. I don't want to hear any more about dead bodies.
Well, I saw what I saw when I saw it.
All right.
I guess that's his catchphrase for the entire film. I saw what I saw, what I saw.
Come by for me early, dearest. About sunset. Alone.
What I'd like to know is, what has he got that I haven't got?
A brain.
That's Mrs. Dracula right there. Completely.
What are we doing tonight?
He's going to a masquerade ball, but I'm not doing anything.
In that case, you'll be awfully lonesome.
Well, naturally.
Wilbur, darling, I haven't been to a
No wonder Chick is always so aggressive and angry.
Do you want me?
Yes, I want you. Come over here. I just wanted to get a good look at you in the light. I still don't get it.
Jealous?
Oh, Wilbur,
Yes?
I'll have to go out and get a costume.
Oh, that's...
So disrespectful.
If I had 2 cigarettes, I'd give you one.
That's right.
And if I had 2 pair of shoes, I'd give you a pair.
Don't I know that?
And if I have 2 girls...
Well,
Why don't you light that cigarette, put on those shoes, and take a walk for yourself?
that's just what I'm going to do, but with you.
One can't live without the other, man. As much as Chick is the older, the taller, the sort of the manager of them two, the senior of the two. Wilbur still has his pull.
I got a date. In fact, I got 2 dates.
But you and I have a date with destiny.
Let Chick go with destiny. Won't you please? Huh?
Oh boy. Hey. Amidst all the seriousness, Dracula bringing back Frankenstein, Wolfman, trying to save the day. They just bring a very realistic, grounded comedy.
How about the 2 girls we had last week?
All right, let's not talk about
You got no kick coming.
I'm not kicking.
You had the best looking one.
So what?
Yours had teeth.
Look, Wilbur. Yours had teeth, too.
Did you see that tooth?
Yes, I happened to see it.
Mine had so much bridge work, every time I kissed her, I had to pay toll.
What's the use?
Oh, Wilbur, can't we both go
Mine
along?
had so much bridge work. When I kissed her, I had to pay toll. Wow. What a line.
Nice place you have here, Doctor.
Who told you I was a doctor?
Why, the young man who answered the door.
Oh, Professor Stevens. I'm on a vacation, you see, and traveling incognito. What are you doing here?
Same thing. Shall we get going?
Just as soon as I put on my costume.
It's funny that the 2 female characters are pushing the plot, whereas the 2 male characters they're bringing the comedy to the whole situation, to the underground plot, if you will, to the undercover plot.
I believe you're in the house of Dracula right now. You can find the monster, and I'll... Hello? Wilbur!
Come here!
Completely uncaring about the whole situation. They don't even know they're in Dracula's house.
All right, then I'll search on outside and you search in the basement.
That's different.
It worked.
Come on.
Let's look around here. There's some doors down there.
They're perfect. They became detectives without even so seamlessly. He's either panicking inside or he's logically thinking about how he can exit.
You search on the inside.
Well, how will Chick be able to explain him appearing out of nowhere? Like, he was gone at one point and then he appeared. They're gonna come back inside. Oh god. It would be funny if, Chick doesn't see either one of them until the end of the film, or probably never sees them.
Miss Raymond? Yes, I'm ready. Shall we go?
This is gonna make the night even more interesting now that they know something about each other, but all hidden.
I must say, my dear, I approve very highly of your choice. What we need today is young blood and brains.
Of course. Of course.
I must warn you, my dear Sandra, I am accustomed to having my orders obeyed, especially by women with a price on their heads.
Don't try to scare me, Count Dracula.
The way people are talking back to him as if he's just, well, another human.
So, it's you.
Ah, he knows me.
McDougal!
Listen, fat boy, where are my exhibits?
Now, you leave him alone.
Not until he tells me where those exhibits are.
Or unless the exhibits actually happen to come to this ball.
Can't I convince you that Dracula is a very dangerous person?
You and Wilbur are just trying to scare me. Well, it won't work. Ah!
I scared you. I scared you, you big sissy.
Oh boy, Chick sure has his jump scare.
Talbot here thinks you're the real thing.
Uh-huh. Right out of McDougal's House of Horrors.
What an odd hallucination. But the human mind is often inflamed with strange complexes. I suggest you consult your physician, Mr. Talbot.
Take him along with you, please.
Aw, what a proper defense. there, he's wearing his costume, and the human mind is playing tricks on him. Now, obviously, the Wolfman is clearly deranged to everyone.
I want you to go away with me to the island.
Just me and you?
Yes. I want to be the only one in your life. I want to be part of you. I want to be in your blood.
Oh, there we go. There's subtle hints.
Wilbur! Joan! Wilbur! Joan! There he is. Wilbur, have you seen Joan?
No, but I have definitely made up my mind. You can have Sandra, but make sure you got plenty of bandages.
Maybe Dracula lured Joan.
He just gave him up to the vampire.
Didn't Mr. Talbot tell you not to put that mask on anymore? Now what are you putting it on for? Now take the mask off! Come on!
He couldn't even tell the difference. Well, and it does help that he's almost dressed up the same as Chick.
Who did it? It was somebody in a wolf's mask.
McDougal, what happened to you?
Why? You. It was you. He said he was going to get me.
Me?
Oh boy, wrong person.
Joan, come on. We gotta get out of here. Joan!
Oh, he lured them to this boat so that they could take them to the island. Chick just falls down. No resistance. No scream. It's the first time you saw Dracula.
You were on the level about that wolf business?
Yes. I'm going to surrender.
Wait a minute, you can't do that. Dracula's taking Wilbur and Joan to the island.
Are you sure of that?
I saw what I saw when I saw it.
There you go. I saw what I saw when I saw it. Now he's a believer. And, well, it seems like he's convinced of Wolfman actually being Wolfman.
I'm not going to hurt you.
Thank you.
Soon, instead of being short and chubby, you'll be big and tall and as strong as an ox.
And malleable, right? That's why they want his brain.
Frankie, I'm telling you, it's a bad deal. I've had this brain for 30 years and it hasn't worked right yet. Ask me how much 1-on-1 is, Frankie. Go ahead, ask me. I don't know.
Frankie, this is not the brain you want.
We gotta get back to the castle. Joan's in there. Come on.
Come on, Wilbur.
Not me. I'm not going back in here. I got too much of what they want. Brains.
All right, get the motor started in the boat. Hurry up.
Okay.
Not in the way they would expect. But I'm assuming, Wolfman is going to turn into Wolfman so that all these three franchise characters would be in one scene. Oh, that's some major Jedi hypnosis, even with his back turned against him.
Oh, boy, am I glad to see you. Get me off here. What are you looking out the window for? Somebody else coming after me?
Just in time, but not really. They just got in time just before his brain was taken out.
Chick, do you believe me now?
Yes.
Whoa, major fatality. Yeah, chick is now moving at a really fast pace.
Come on. Put your shoulder to the head. Hold on tight. Barricade it. He can't get in.
They can barricade the door from outside.
Back. Yes, master.
He thinks I'm Dracula.
He worked for a second just with the cloth. You know, they should have kept it. You're kidding me. He actually caught the bat before it could even fly. There you go, Mr. McDougal. There's your prize possession. $20,000 worth.
Come on, Wilbur.
Oh, don't tell me Frankenstein just falls in or gets it, or it's, or if they actually set the entire place on fire and blow it all up.
Now that we've seen the last of Dracula, the Wolfman and the Monster, there's nobody to frighten us anymore.
Oh, that's too bad. I
All
was hoping
right,
to get in on the
that's
excitement.
just the line you want for a sequel. That's interesting. The Invisible Man. Yeah, that's the next one. Thoughts. Very original film. Very different from Young Frankenstein. Obviously, because we have a huge cast from the Universal monster films. It's quite brilliant in its own right. I've never seen a film like this where it takes something so serious, Wolfman, Invisible Man, Dracula, and sort of makes it so much more fun. And it not that Young Frankenstein is any less of a comedy. It actually it's hilarious in its own right. But with this film, the fact that they're able to integrate so many of the Universal monsters in such an organic way that sort of flows effortlessly throughout the entire plot is fascinating. Abbott and Costello sort of can work in any context. They can probably work in any background. How they got into Dracula's castle and his island was again very organic through McDougal's, two crates. It's very concise. I can see it serialized. It makes sense why it's Abbott and Costello meet, so on and so forth. I think this film should probably have been Abbott and Costello meet Dracula as opposed to Frankenstein, because Dracula seemed like the master character, or the main villain, shall we say, in this entire plot. It's so rewatchable. I think their chemistry is amazing, and yeah, so I'm not so sure if any of the three besides Wolfman would appear in the next film. Who knows what happened with Wolfman and the Bat? But as for Frankenstein, I guess he took a plunge into the lake, so he might have been extinguished from the fire, maybe not, but certainly the Doctor and Joanne, they probably will make it out and probably go to the next film. But yeah, very funny. It was good seeing Bela Lugosi in sort of a comedic role. Well, yeah, sort of a comedic role, and still seeing each one of these characters fight with one another. It's kind of a universe on its own, which is fantastic. I know Tom Cruise was sort of in the Universal Monster universe sort of thing. Does not work as good as this. Well, this being a comedy as opposed to an action film, but still has its complete charming moments, and yeah, it just makes you smile throughout the entire film. Very glad to watch this, and excited for the Invisible Man film, and yeah, great surprise. And if you guys have any tidbits that are that can educate or can sort of enlighten and add more to this picture, do write it in the comments below. But until the next picture, if you see what you if you see what you saw, and you tell someone, or you tell me about it, I will believe you. So, with a grain of salt. Until the next picture, guys, take care. What's up, you cinephiles? Thank you very much for making it to the very end. Me and Big Willie don't take that for granted. We really appreciate you. Now, if you'd like to show your support to us, you know what you can do up here. You can smash that button, really just smash it. And you know, if you would like to check out some more content, they're all curated by days up over here and playlists. So, you know what? We hope you're having a great day. Don't crumble and just continue to smile and be a good bastion of cinema.